Let's get into it. Good morning to you out there, man. Let's get into it. I'm telling you, when you have an attitude of get to, and you really do get to. You don't have to, you get to. Good morning to you. I'm KeJohnna Owens. This is the Morning Grind 101 Morning Podcast. And every Monday through Friday, God say so willing, say so fit, give me the opportunity to wake up and get up, charged up, produce, present, attract, motivate, inspire, give some kind of information that may be life-changing to somebody, but mostly that you can succeed. You can do anything you want to do. We have an amazing God. I want to give a shout out to Pomona itself out there, Pomona, California. Got a chance to get out there yesterday at the African American Advisory Alliance with the Jazz on the Be More philosophy, connecting the dots to success. It was an amazing day, full day of activity. Then I got to go and see my Planet Marketing brothers and sisters in success in my travel division. It was just amazing. Fourth Thursday, we'll be doing it every fourth Thursday, so stay tuned for that. I was moved. Yesterday was a supercharged day, full. We went from 10 to 10 a.m. to 10 p.m., starting at the grind, right? But I was moved to think about, the overtime we have to put in for the success that we want, the overdrive, if you will, for the success that we want. They have mandatory overtime a lot of times at work, and we just have to do it. What about putting a mandatory overtime for the success that we desire? There is a mandatory overtime at all times for that. That's to get to. You also got to. The get to and the got to. Two kind of mindsets. But see, there's a got to that says I got to. And there's a got to that says I got to. Mindset. So the mindset of, man, I got to get this. I've got to get this for my family. I've got to do this for my family. I've got to do this for my community. I've got to do this for myself. I've got to do this. And then you transition it. I get to do, but I got to do. That's a powerful breakthrough. I hope somebody grabs hold of that. I want to get this day started off right. If you have a dream for yourself, go out there and get it. Nobody can tell you that you can't. If you want to have it, you can have it. You just got to go get it. But you get to go get it. Let's get into it.
It has been said that most people fail in life not because they aim too high and miss. No, most people fail in life because they're just like I was for 14 years. They aim too low and hit, and many never aim at all. They just go through life surviving. How you live your life, how I live my life, how all of us live our lives is a result of the story we believe about ourselves. We become what we think about. All of us are self-made, but only the successful will admit it. In order to be successful, you must be willing to do the things today others won't do in order to have the things tomorrow others won't have. Your mind is a machine. You must program yourself for success. You've got to believe in yourself. See, ladies and gentlemen, life is too short. It's too short and unpredictable, being miserable. Here's the thing. There's no safe position in life. So you got to be bold in life. You've got to take life on.
If you want it, you got to go get it. You got to play hard for it. It's not for the weak and the uncommitted. Sometimes it's going to hurt. Sometimes it's going to be painful. Sometimes you're not going to be able to walk. Sometimes when I'm running on that treadmill, I don't feel as good as I normally feel. My leg hurts. Sometimes I'm sick. But this is a physical sport. And if you want it, you got to go get it. You got to play hard for it. Innovation is rewarded. Execution is worship.
This is what it is, okay? Empty your mind. Be formless, shapeless, like water. Now you put water into a cup. it becomes the cup. You put water into a bottle, it becomes the bottle. You put it in a teapot, it becomes the teapot. Now water can flow or it can crash. Be water, my friend.
Be first and last. Be first to attack and last to counter. Be first to wake and the last to sleep. Be first to meet challenges and the last to hide from them. Be first to learn from your mistakes and the last to give an excuse. Be first to claim victory and last to settle for defeat. Be first to sweat, sacrifice, and suffer for your goals and dreams, and you will be the last one standing at the top of the mountain called achievement.
It's hard. Yep, it's difficult. Yep, because the process is weeding out the weak. It's weeding out the weak. And so sometimes you got to play hard. You got to play physical. You got to play tough because the game itself is tough. The game itself is hard. But I know you got what it takes not to quit, not to give up, not to give in. And I will not give up and I will not give in until I get to that day. I will not stop. I will not give up. I will not give in. I need you to wake up every day and say, today ain't the day, but my day coming. And I will not give up until my day comes.
I will not give up until my day comes. There's something about a tenacity that's unique to yourself, man. You just gotta have that thing. You almost gotta be the one that they say you don't have to do all that. You know why? Well, most people don't want to do all that, what it takes. But almost everybody wants to have all that, what it is, the results of doing all of that. So do all of that. Do more of that. Don't stop doing that. Keep doing that. Stay on that, and you get to where you want to get to. Over time, activity produces result. Activity produces results. You get to gauge the activity by the result. And you get to go back to the activity and make it just adjustments if you don't hit the results that you wanted. Let's talk about if you hit the results you wanted. Would that be it? See, this is what I mean by the overgrind. Say you reach your goal. Would it be over? Is that the end goal? Is that the final part of it? I tell you it's not, because if you hear there's still more to do. And what we can't do, and we can't allow ourselves to do, is pull up the ladder behind ourselves. So it's always more. It's always another level. Now, it may be a different activity. You may not have to do as much that way as you reach these certain levels because you leverage. You built something. It's not only you now. It may be you built a team. You built an organization. You built a support system, whatever it is that you've done over time. But don't pull up the ladder. That's why I always say, whatever it is that you're about, please stand for something, because if you stand for something, it's about other people. And generally, to stand for something, if at some point in our lives, we may not have stood for much. So we get to transition from a previous way of living to a previous way of thinking to a way of thinking that says, you know what? Man, I could do a thing that's amazing. What if I lived the best life? What if my life looked like the one that they watch on TV where I flew back and forth to Dubai? What if you could pick up the phone? Let's just imagine. What if you could just pick up the phone, call down to the charter jet, tell the guys to gas up, fuel up the jet, and man, let's go to Cabo real quick. You know, people live like that. There are people that live like that. I've got friends that live like that. I've been invited to things like that. You got to be ready, though, to have a little change. But they did some work. that has allowed them now to live a life that most people won't ever live, because they did a work that most people won't ever do. It's just a correlation. I wish they had that in math. So they should have Grindology101. Let's get Grindology101 in the schools. I think it's a philosophy that everybody should buy in. I don't care what you want. You want to be a gamer, you got to grind. You want to be an author, you got to grind. You want to start your business, you got to grind. You want to run the book club, you got to grind. You want to save the whales, you got to grind. There's no other way. There's just no other way. And if there's something that you want to do that's kind of, you know you could do it, you know you could do that. That doesn't even take much. That's comfort. That's why I talked before about comfortable failure. To get out of the comfort zone so you can get into your money zone, so you can live a comfortable life in the comfort zone and get to go back to it. That's the grind. Stand by. Let's get back into it. I want to send a shout out again to Charles Swedick of the African American Advisory Alliance out there in Pomona. I think the vision that you, LaShara, with Be More in business in the community, Success Express is absolutely on board with it. I look forward to the next steps and where we're going to develop to. It's going to be an amazing relationship for a long time to come. There you go, Mr. Roscoe Lee Owens. Grind is a get-to attitude and the movement for real, the grind. That's what it is. Let's get into it. I want you to have an amazing day. So take this with you this morning. So it might have been hard to get up. It's another day. You know, it just, I'm dragging this day on already. I haven't even got it started. This guy's up. It's barely 6 o'clock in the morning on the West Coast. He's already up. But it's 9 something on the East Coast. They've been up. This is what I mean. If you're going to be competitive about something, if you are competitive about the person that you talk to in the mirror each and every day, to beat that person that was yesterday, today, some way along the road, you get there. You beat them. I said beat them all. I'm a John Wick guy. Beat them all. Let's go.
One of the biggest contradictions of massive success is when people go to their moms, their dads, their brother, sister, boyfriend, girlfriend. They say, listen, one day the world's going to know who I am. One day I will have a Ferrari, the Lambo, the Rolls, the Bentley, the big house, the cars, the backyard with the big swimming pool and an elevator. I'm going to put the biggest parties. I'm going to be a millionaire one day. Yet, instead of staying at the office on Friday night, you call your friends and you go party. Instead of waking up Saturday morning to go to the gym, you sleep until 10 o'clock. Instead of reading the book on Sundays, you kick back and watch movies all day long. The reality is very simple. Those who win big, they do 4 things right. They sleep, sweat, grind, repeat. And they do it over and over and over again until their dreams become a reality.
If you can get through to doing things that you hate to do, on the other side is greatness.
You gotta have the mentality to show up every fucking day of your life, no matter what life throws at you. It's our responsibility to show up to the Coliseum of life, prepared for fucking battle. I don't care what you're going through, what life's throwing at you. It's your responsibility to find your new 100%.
You still must grind. I fail at most things I do, but still I grind. I don't want to do half the shit I do, but still I grind. And that one day, you see me on a dark alley, run at 1 o'clock in the morning, know one thing, I was grinding.
Every single day when you wake up, you got 2 options. You can look at the clock and hit the snooze. You can look at that snooze button, boom. You can hit the snooze button and go back to bed and dream about what you want to have. Or you can look at that snooze button, kick that clock and get up and go pursue your dreams.
You need to walk through the mud and life, guys, if you ever want to get to the higher ground.
That higher ground is where you look in the mirror and you have respect, and you went through the work and sweat equity at all. And the end product is something you travel, a legacy of life, and you put your signature to. That means something. You're not speaking hollow words. You're backing those motherfuckers up with that.
That's what lions do. Lions don't give up. Lions don't quit. Lions hunt. That's what we do for a living.
I still grind. I love the grind. If you're competing in one of my businesses, I'm going to kick your ass because I'm going to outgrind you.
You have to be willing to work in places people don't see. While the other guy's sleeping, I'm working. While the other guy's eating, I'm working.
There's a motherfucker out there who wants what you have, who wants the position you are, who wants the job you have, who wants the wife that you have, or the husband. There's someone out there hungry and wants everything you can have. So make that a motivation for you.
And mental toughness says, not only do I climb that doggone mountain, I enjoy climbing the mountain. I get a kick out the mountain. I get a kick out the weights. I get a kick out of fatigue. I get a kick out of the grind. I get a kick out of it. You take advantage of this opportunity. You let everything else go. You eat different. You study different. You practice different. We don't have forever. Let's not act like it. We're all going to die. And so I don't act like I'm going to live forever. So every opportunity I get, I murder it. Process driven. I love it. I'm about that life. I get up every morning at 3 o'clock. When I want to get up, when I don't. When I feel like it and I don't feel like, why? Because I'm process driven. I'm not feelings driven. Champions are not feeling driven. Champions don't get up when they want to. And if we're going to be champions, process driven. Don't stop when you're tired. Stop when you're done.
Success Express Marketing Solutions presents your virtual video podcast studio. Let the Success Express team help bring your podcasting dreams to life. Here's what we do. We help you come up with show ideas, design graphics for your show, set up your podcast studio, and run the back end of your show. So what do? Be ready for your show. Make sure your guests are ready. Log into the virtual studio, turn your cameras on, and go. Not sure you're ready to go live on a monthly or a weekly basis? You can get the Try Us Out Success Special. It's only $97 with free design setup. All you got to do is try us out, and I guarantee you're going to want more. So get set up today with your virtual video podcast studio from Success Express Marketing Solutions. So go online to Success Express MKTG, and we'll get you set up today. Sign up now and get our free ebook, Modern Podcasting, that'll teach you all the techniques you need to know to get your podcast started today.
Let's get your podcast started today. It's an amazing industry. I love the fact that I got an opportunity to tap into this technology before the technology tapped into us, if you will. Podcasting is one of the most amazing platforms in the entire world, and I found a way to put myself in front of the curve before the curve became the curve. That's man, I don't know what to tell you about being in the rooms where the information is coming out before the information gets to all the other people. That's where it's at. Be in the front. Don't be in the masses. Don't be in the middle. Don't be in the pack. Separate yourself from the pack. Separate yourself from the normal. Separate yourself from the common. Separate yourself from the average. A little bit by little bit. Just a little bit by a little bit. Just a little bit by a little bit. Separate yourself from the average. I'm going to show you a little blast from the past about being in a room well before I was prepared. I was in this room where they had videographers, they had radio hosts, they had people that have done some amazing kinds of work, and they asked who would like to represent their business in a quick video. Just tell us about what you do and who you are. And it was funny because as soon as he said it, I said, I'll do it. And I was unprepared, but I knew what I wanted to do in my life. And I was not going to miss opportunities. A lot of times we get in rooms where they ask a question, who would? Or do you have a question? Anybody has any question? Most times we don't ask the question of the speaker, of the coach, of the teacher, of the mentor that's in front facilitating information that we need. Fair enough. But man, on this day, I said, you know what? I'm not going to stand in the back knowing that I'm hungry for success, knowing that I want to get somewhere in my life, knowing that I want to make a difference, knowing that if I don't take the chance, I may never get a chance again. So they ask, who would like to present your business? Come up front, get in front of the green screen, tell us about who you are. One take. Stand by. Blast from the past.
Hey, this is KeJohnna Owens of Success Express Marketing Solutions. I am excited about what we can do together. Success Express Marketing Solution offers web design, graphic design, video, email, new state-of-the-art technology. Do you need to get your business out there? Do you need to let people know about who you are and what you do? That's what Success Express Marketing is here for. Allow us to help you expose your business to the people and the clients that you need to meet. Once again, that's Success Express Marketing Solutions, www.successexpressmarketingsolutions.com, 469-338-1331. You have the vision for your business. We have the solutions. Together, we can bring them out. Thank you.
Now that's facts. That's what the youngsters call it. Facts. This documentation, history, whatever it is, doing the same thing. The only thing that's changed is more further along the road. Consistency has allowed me, as you can see, I had no gray. Man, I look at that. Man, I was kind of young then. But the grind, I'm telling you, if you do it with a spirit of I get to, and you do it in the spirit of I'm going to, and then you do it in the spirit of I got to, not I got to, but I got to. I got to get this. It's on me, and I get to get this. That's the deal. That opened doors for me back then. I think that was in 2009, I believe that was. Man, but I got a chance to share what I was passionate about. I knew what I wanted to do. I knew where I wanted to go. I didn't know how I was going to get there. I knew I had the work ethic too. And what they did was they would put me in the front of the line of others that were well more prepared than me. They were well more polished than I was. She said I had the earring. I mean, you know, I was young. I was hungry. I was tenacious. And the only thing that's changed is a little gray beard right along the way and a little further along the process of where I want to get to. And if you think about the things like that, like yesterday when I spoke on, there are things that you've done that you probably never give yourself credit for. You probably never pat yourself on the back and say, job well done to myself. I showed up. I failed, but I got back up. Congratulations to yourself. I got a Band-Aid on my knee because I cracked my knee trying to play basketball, but I got back in the game. Whatever it is that you got to go through, man, get through it. Get through it. Get through it. There's another side. See, you might as well go, if you're going to have the pain, you might as well make the pain pay. You might as well make the pain pay. What do I mean by that? Well, if it's going to hurt anywhere, you've heard some of the best ever doers speak on this. Dr. Eric Thomas speaks on it all the time. You might as well push through it. It's already hurt. Get paid from the pain. Why quit after the pain? Why just take the hit and quit? Why just take the loss and just leave the loss and not go back at it? Who would do that? The middle of the pack does that. The average, the common. You can do it again. Here's something very small. Meal prep. My wife and I, we've been trying to get this meal prep deal together. Utterly failed. We could get Monday, Tuesday, a little bit Wednesday, but by Thursday is back to trying to figure it out. But guess what? We get to get right back at it. We're going to break through that. And I tell her all the time, I don't care how many times I fail. It's the one time you need to succeed. So just keep doing it. And it only takes one yes. You only need one yes. You only need one idea to work. You only need one idea to work. So if you have multiple ideas, and I know with the mindset of the general population would say, focus on one thing. Fair enough. I mean, you can only do one thing at a time. See, that's almost literal. Even if you multitask, things like downloading or doing some kind of program or baking or cooking, that's on, and you can kind of wash dishes and cook. I'm talking about literally doing the thing. You can only do one thing at one time. That's one thing. But see, you can have multiple concepts going at the same time. You talk to John, you told John about the concept. You talk to Henry, you told Henry about something different. You have a few things going on, just like you may be looking for a job. Don't you have several resumes? Don't you have several applications and several different job opportunities at the same time? You only need one of them to take. It's the same thing about success. It's the same thing about the drive to get on the other side. You only need one time for the idea to hit. Don't worry about the times that it didn't. And I'll tell you what, the things that I've done that have worked, I forgot about the things that didn't. And I start focusing on the things that do. And ultimately what happens is we get there. So I call this trench work. It's early in the morning. Most people are still asleep. You don't have to at all. I hope some way, somehow, this podcast makes a difference in someone's life. To the fact that they say, you know what? I could do that. You know what? I could do anything. We've got a God that says we can do all things through him, for whom that believes. See, as a babe in the word, I know somebody's got that scripture. Let's see who walks the scripture. The scripture is in the word, but it is the scripture in you. Let's get on to the other side. We're going to have an amazing day, and have an amazing day on purpose. Who we got out there before we get out? Inch by inch. Move carefully in a specified direction. Get it, do it. Absolutely. Great morning, champion. It's Gail Cook. I got a chance to run into you out there yesterday. It was amazing, as always, to see you. Maribella, great morning to you out there. Look forward to connecting the dots of success right alongside of you. You have to get to. You have to get to. You have to get to a place in your mind where you know what? I get to. And you do. We'll see you on the other side. Have an amazing day. Not just an amazing day, but an amazing day on purpose. There is another side.